Hi guys, welcome to Everybody Arts. Today we're going to be doing texture monsters. What it is I have 5 different templates you can go online to download, and we're going to be doing crayon rubbings to do textures underneath them. I also have templates that you can download that don't have the faces on them, so you can draw your own faces, mouths, eyes, noses, things like that, and then do the textures. Or I would also recommend possibly drawing your own, and we can go over a little bit about how I decided how to design the ones that I did. I'll show you how I drew those really quick because it's a lot of fun. I did this again in a classroom. The kids liked it a lot, and it was a lot of fun. And not everybody wanted to draw their own, but the ones that did had some really, really creative ideas, and I really enjoyed working with them. I did this with the 2nd grade class, but really it could be for any age, a lot older too, because it gets really creative. What you can do is design your animals, try to figure out what environment they're in, why they are the texture they are. You can try to figure out why they are the color they are. Maybe that's because of the things they eat, camouflage, things like that. The camouflage could also link into their texture. And again, these are texture monsters, so the kids had a blast. But just remember, you don't have to make up your own. If you want, you can use the completely finished templates, or you can use the ones that just have the outlines and put in your own face, smile, personality, and do the crayon rubbings in the background on those. Or you can use the ones that are completely finished. It's all up to you guys how you want to do the project. We're just trying to get crayon rubbings and textures in the background of our texture monsters. Just a really quick helpful tip for the kids that are going to be drawing their own. When I started drawing mine, I was actually just drawing basic shapes, and then the monsters or animals would just kind of evolve out of me starting with that shape. Like the deer is an oval, the alien that looks like it has a bunch of hands on it, that was just a ball. The bird's a trapezoid. The Yeti, he's kind of a warped rectangle. And then there's a guy that I call Brick. He's just a square with really tiny feet on him and big hands. I just had kind of fun playing with the shapes and putting tiny faces on them or funny faces on animals and monsters that I thought would make them a little less menacing. I thought that would be fun to do. So the shapes is where I started, and then I built off of those. Just throw a shape down on the page and throw faces on them and throw hands and feet and whatever and see what you come up with. All right, so the first one we're going to do is Handball. That's what I named this guy. You know, I got my crayons here. So the way that this is going to work is we're going to place the picture down on top of the texture and then rub the crayons over the top. Now here's a couple of things I found that had cool textures. This is a glasses case. It has a really cool bumpy texture to it. I also grabbed some pennies. Those I like the round uniform texture. If you put them underneath, it's going to definitely have a nice pattern to it. I also had there's a storm here recently, so a lot of branches from my pine trees blew down onto the ground, and I got a lot of pine needles and things, so that's going to be cool. I had a very small amplifier, just the speaker cabinet, and I know the side of that is going to be really cool, and possibly the woven speaker fabric on the top. I'm really just looking for a lot of variety here. Different sizes of patterns, like large spaces in between patterns, small gaps in between the pattern. So you want to use as many different varieties of textures as you can find. So what's the first thing I'm going to use? A bunch of pennies. I'm going to use the pennies to set up a pattern, a repeating pattern. I don't want to spend too much time messing around with pennies, but I want it to be pretty symmetric as far as the pattern goes. And I'm going to try to put it in just on his belly, I think is where I was going for. I picked specific colors for each character that I was going to put patterns on. This one I picked kind of greens and yellows because he looked kind of alien and frog-like to me, I think. So yeah, this is the belly pattern. And if you look, I gently pushed down with a crayon enough where I could see the pattern. You can push down harder on certain objects. Pennies, you can push down as hard as you want on those, any kind of change. I didn't really care if I was getting the heads or tails of the change in there. It's mostly the repeating circles and the gaps in between. If you notice, yeah, I don't really care if people know they're pennies. That's not really what I was going for. So what do you say we get all those pennies out of there, and then we'll move on to our next texture, which is going to be the glasses case. Since it is a smaller thing and it's not going to actually fit under the entire image, we're going to have to do it in sections. You want to kind of go lightly. I'm changing the color. I'm going to go with a darker color on the outside. I wanted a lighter color for the belly of the creature. And then, yeah, I just want to make sure that I don't move the paper as I'm doing the texture, because it'll make the texture look kind of weird. I'm not being too careful. Again, you know, you're never going to make it perfect, especially if you're doing it in sections. It's just something fun to do and try to get a really neat texture off of another object. And here's my texture monster. I haven't finished drawing him or anything. I think I'm going to color in his shoes. He's got some red Converse right there. But that's him. And then we're going to move on to another one really quick. We're going to end with maybe working on the deer character that I made. I'm going to show you another, just using found textures from outside. Now I'm going to work on the deer. And I was actually trying before to take the whole branch underneath the picture and just do the entire bunch of branches with all the pine needles on it all at once, and that did not work out at all. I got just a mushy mess. It didn't really give me a good solid pattern or crayon rubbing or anything. So right now I'm just taking one branch at a time. It sounds kind of tedious, but it's really not that bad. If you look, I just put one right there, and I'm pushing down kind of hard, and I'm getting a good texture through the paper with the crayon. And then I'll just like pick it up and move it over and do it again in a different spot. And it worked out really well for me. And I like the way it looks. It kind of gives it a little bit of a fur feel. And then also for the antlers, I put the paper on top of the side of my tiny little speaker, and because it has a nice texture on the side of it. You can find lots of things with cool textures. There were a couple of spots on the deer where the texture kind of turned out so-so, but for the most part, it turned out pretty nice. So I was happy with it, really. I went through later and with some other crayons and colored the eyes and the nose, and I think the hooves, and I colored in some shadows and things on there to give it a little bit more of a finished look. You can do that if you want, but you can just leave it with only textures and things like that. However you guys want to finish it is up to you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of how to do it, the kinds of things you can use for it. And I hope that was helpful for you, and I hope you enjoyed doing this project. It was a lot of fun for me, and I know that the kids that had done it before loved it, so I wanted to pass it on again. Well, I had fun today, and I hope you did too. Thanks for hanging out with me and doing the crayon rubbing textures on your texture monsters. Can't wait to see you guys in 2 weeks, and I'll have a new project for you guys. And hopefully you'll have just as much fun with that as you did with this one. All right, take care. Talk to you soon. Be good to each other. Bye-bye.